Hey everybody, we're jumping into a fresh draft, and you know what that means. It means I'm going to tell you all about Card Kingdom. They are my sponsor. They are purveyors of physical magic stuff. Everything you need for your tabletop magic game can be found at cardkingdom.com, cardkingdom.com. But the best way to get there for me is if you go down to the panels, down below in my panels, or if you're a YouTube viewer, check my notes. There's always a link to my sponsor in my notes that uses my affiliate link. And if you visit Card Kingdom from my affiliate link, it lets them know you got there from here, which is great for me. Great way to support my stream is to support Card Kingdom through my affiliate link. And if you do, you're going to be really happy with the service and product, and your expectations are going to be met or exceeded basically every time you involve yourself with an order at Card Kingdom. So I recommend them very highly. I use them all the time, and you're going to get what you expect faster than you expect with Card Kingdom. So please do that. And here we go. Thank you, Card Kingdom. We're going to jump in now, pay some gold here. I'll move to draft view now. We're going to pay this 5,000 gold. And we're going to see what we see. Funky But Loving asks, do you start to save gold at any point for the next set now that you are 4X? I never save gold. If I'm playing in a thing that can use gold, I use the gold. I don't see a value in saving gold because it just produces gems, which can be used everywhere gold can be used anyway. What am I? Oh, the affiliate link is what you want? Well, it's in the panels down below. You don't need it in chat. What are you looking for, Robert? And here we go. We have Rabid Bite is probably Rabid Bite, Weaponsmith, Reclaimer for gems, of course, and it's playable, but it's not exciting. But, and this is actually a place where, so if we could take the gems, but I want to remind you of the EV table, because the bar is definitely higher in here. Hold on a second, I gotta go left monitor for this talk. All right, over here, oh no, don't want to do that. That's good enough. So so we're in ranked, which is the dotted lines. So in order for a rare draft move to be correct, we have to expect that, so we're at a 60% win rate, and we're looking at a rare here. So the ranked rare for gem value needs to produce about 1 point. That's actually just a little over 1, huh? That's like okay, that's pretty good. It's the mythics are pretty. Wait, how does that work though? Oh yeah, because in order to justify taking the gems or the card, you need to be clearing this level of value, and it's almost impossible to get a card that's worth 3% or whatever of value. So that's interesting. I need to rethink this and do a better spiel on it. I'm kind of stuttering around here, but basically we're right around here, which is to say, if we think the card is going to be worth a little over like 1.25% to our win rate, we should take the card. If not, we should take the gems. That's bottom line what that means. Anyway, go to draft view again, take a look at that. You like Smith as the non-gem pick? Why don't we do that? Let's see. We got a bow here. They still go around. So we can take Smith and try and wheel the bow. I think that makes sense. Let's do that. We have a Shock, an Embercat, an Altar as the cards that really leap out to me as the quality cards here. Altar in blue-black is fine. Red-blue is also fine. We can end up in some kind of elementally. No, you're probably right, Fiddles. Like, I think the discipline pick was probably the gem pick. I leaned a little bit on the fun side here. Oh yeah, let me adjust my info so people know what we're doing. Sorry, feeling a little... Did not get great sleep last night, or just not a lot of it. I slept okay, but I just didn't get a lot of it. I woke up early and then couldn't sleep again, and I'm just a little bit out of sorts today. But this is M20, best of one. All right. It's true, it is an artifact. Weaponsmith helps cast it. I'll take the altar. I think black is a good place to be right now with the bots anyway, and this is a great build around. Shock would be my second pick here, though. And almost immediately paid off with a disfigure, although if we had gone red, we'd be fine as well. I think I'm going to continue down the black path, though, here with this disfigure. But these are sweet. Here's another bow. I'm going to try and wheel it. We'll see if these bows come around. We're taking disfigure. Disfigure plus bow is nice as well because you can use it to take down something bigger in combination with bows. Now we get a smuggler saying, hey, maybe you should have been red. I don't think we want to pivot to something like Angel or God's Willing, but they're not bad. I just am not in on this. Maybe it's just a boring Octoprofit. I mean, certainly we're sending a lot of red, but the bots never seem to respect the smuggler. I think we take the smuggler and don't marry anything. Yeah, this is just... Octoprofit's fine, but we should take the best card right now. It's not a signal, but just because it's not a signal doesn't mean we don't take it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would rather look to fall back on red than introduce white here. Cutthroat is so amazing with the bows, but we're going to pick up Frost Links. This is the second servant we've seen, but I don't tend to go for this particular strategy. I think we just take the War Chief here. It's not amazing, but I like it better than Anticipate. I consider this just so replaceable, and just if we get them, whatever. But if we don't end up with good fives, we'll be happy we have a single chief. Yeah, we can take Befuddle as well, but this is also replaceable. I don't know. None of these cards excite me very much. Yeah, I'm not into the servants here. And if we get into a Denizen plan, it's because we fall into it, not because we use picks like this on it. It's definitely Befuddle, Anticipate, or War Chief. They're all meh, yeah. I guess maybe meh. If they're all meh, we do take the Anticipate. It's just if we get a bunch of Audacious Thieves, War Chief is actually okay. Go away, Fiddles. Stop that. I'm going to take War Chief. Pretty less... It's not a super important pick, honestly. I don't think that pick matters too much. Burglar here, pretty easy, though. Here's a Sorcerer we could pick up, or now, and this looks like the same kind of print run, stretch of print run. I've never been too happy with Sorcerer, and I only ever want one, so I will take an Anticipate here. Sorcerer's fine, but I bet we get another shot at one later. And we'll take another Smuggler just in case this is where we want to splash for, something like that. Bone to Ash, Feral Abomination, Infuriate. I guess we take a Bone to Ash here. All the Smuggles. And yeah, it looks like we are not getting our bows. F you, bots. Well, I guess it's more realistic. All right, now we've got a Leyline for gems. This is best of one, so I'm not super interested in the Blight Beetle. The Soul Salvage is nice, but I'm not sure we Soul Salvage over gems in this spot. I think we just take gems here. Unless we want, like, Ember Cat. actually do try, because like maybe we're not black. Like we could just be blue red. But I think we'll take gems as we figure this out. Well, figuring out that maybe we are black. We could take Boreal Elemental if we thought that blue was, although blue might be where we're not. Are we anything? I hate this deck. There's like nothing here. Yeah, we'll take Murder, but I'm not liking how this is shaping up exactly. Here we go. Thief is making me a little happier. Boreal is a reasonable pick there, honestly, but I think Murder's too good, and I don't think we're really going to be smuggling. We could take Boneclad here, or we could take another. We could take this Ember Cat and potentially still backdoor into something red. Like, this isn't great. This isn't great. This isn't even really great. Like, I'll play these, but if we're looking at like what we like about these decks, this is where we're at, and we don't even have any support for this yet. So probably just want to pick up the Ember Cat and actually switch over towards red black, which I think we have a better deck here going with 3 smugglers for Thief and Burglar. Yeah, now I'm in cat land. I think we take cat. I've talked myself into kitty. Oh, and of course, sure. Thank you. Thank you, Magic Gods, making it tough on us. I think we got to take Elemental here, though. I mean, there's nothing. We're not taking Fry, and we're not taking Blood Burglar, so it's one of these two. And first Boreal over the Winged Words, I think. And we'll continue to try and figure out what this is telling us to do. I want this Thief, but I see Blood for Bones. Mama wants the bow, or is at least just identifying that there is a bow here. I don't know if we're blue yet, though. This is an interesting one here. I'll pull this one. We'll do a quick pull, because there's 3 choices here, really. We have Blood, we have Thief, and we have Bow. Just curious where people are at. We do have 3 smugglers for the Thief. That's a real thing. But Blood for Bones is just does crazy stuff. Look at that. So close. I think I love this card, but if we are going towards red black, we actually want Thief more than Blood for Bones, I think. You're not wrong, those of you going for Blood for Bones, that we quote already have a Thief, but of course we want density of our good stuff. I'm gonna take another Thief. I'm taking the Thief. But that was such a close vote, and I think it accurately reflects the toughness of that call. Here we're gonna take Brawler over like Reduced to Ashes, I think. Yeah, we'll get a bomb in the 3rd pack. Great, I'll take it. Hey, New Brew, if the Magic Gods want to instill some regret in me by giving me an on-color bomb in the 3rd pack, I'm down. But yeah, let's smuggle a Brawler here. Here's where I can take a Sorcerer and feel okay about it. Soul Salvage, perfect wheel. This is what I would have taken out of the pack, so turns out the gem grab was great. Another Soul Salvage or a Blood Burglar. I'm going to go with a Blood Burglar. Filling out our 2s will be nice for these smugglers, and smuggled burglars aren't bad with the lifelink. Yeah, we maybe could have taken Active Treason, but I don't see us as being a sack deck, and that's the only place you want it. I mean, I'll have to have a lot of stuff come our way for us to become a sack deck. I think we just want Aeronaut here over another Sorcerer. We're low on 4s. This is a fine aggro card, which looks to be kind of where we're heading. We might even play a Manifold Key in this deck, although I don't think you need Manifold Key when you've got 3 Smugglers, but we'll take it anyway and put it in the board right now. Also, I think we are moving on from blue, although we'll take the splash potential here. Keep it in mind. All right, go ahead, Magic Gods. Punish me for not taking the Blood for Bones and show me something sweet in the rare slot. Go ahead. Nope. We got a Bone Splinters. And full stop. I think we're taking gems here, unless we want to try and splash a Winged Words or a Boreal Elemental. We do have the Backwater, but the trouble with, like, you don't really want to splash in a deck like this. We really want to hone in on the aggro plan that we got going here and make that work. And there's nothing really here for that except the Bone Splinters, which I think will wheel. So I'm going to take gems. And I just don't think we're going to splash. This just doesn't feel like a place where we want to splash. We just want more stuff like this. All the Smugglers in the land. Look at this horrible pack, though. For us, anyway. There's a rare missing. We don't know what that was, but 2 picks gone, and there's nothing for us but another Smuggler. Oh, is there a Mythic? I just grabbed something over a Mythic. That's got to be a mistake, gem-wise. Sorry, I got excited, I guess. We could take a Scorch Spitter. We got 4 Smugglers, so yeah, well, we weren't playing it, but I should have taken it. Definitely should have taken it for gems. I just got excited by the outrage. We'll take a Scorch Spitter here, but maybe... Oh, another Thief. All right, we're loading up on 3s. I'm not sure how much more we can do on... Yeah, they're great 3s. All of them are great, though. We just want more 2s after this, but I think we'll take another Thief. And what else are we going to take? 2s, 2s, 2s. Looking for 2s, not seeing 2s. We could take an Aeronaut. We could take a Fury. Little combat trick. We don't have really a combat trick yet. It's another 3, but I think I like it over another Aeronaut. Just something to be able to tangle if they get rid of our Smuggler and we have a Thief or something. Nah, I'm never going to put my... I shouldn't never say never, but I still don't like Maniacal Rage, even though I see where you're going with it. Let's just take Fury. Have some play there. Here's a Splinters we can take. Axe not bad in this type of deck because it turns these thieves into something really threatening and these blood burglars, but then they become hard to... Then you got to move stuff around to be able to smuggle them and everything. Yeah, no skeleton. We only have one more pack to find a skeleton for this Bone Splinters, but I still think we just want the 1. We would take the 1. It doesn't look good in this deck, but you'd still play 1. I mean, what are you gonna take instead? Do you want to take Fire Elemental? Do you want to take Vial or Marauder's Axe? I mean, what we're going to sack to Splinters is the our worst creature, or what, the thing that they've put under an enchantment. I don't know if this is Axe. Are we really playing an Axe in this deck? So clunky. Super clunk. People are concerned that Bone Splinters doesn't have a natural sack outlet, so that you're basically 2-for-1ing yourself. But I think you still run it. So yeah, I'm taking Splinters. The only question, we might wheel a Splinters, which would make it less interesting. That's the real problems. Like, I guess the argument for Axe is that I think we're going to take Fenlurker and see a Splinters in the next pack. Nope. All right, we'll take Elemental or Prismite. Let's make sure we don't need extra 2s. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can take a Prismite just to fill out our 2s. And probably we could cut this and this and just go lean and mean, topping out at 4. Although, again, I like the War Chief with all these thieves. Yeah, let's just go with Elemental and be a little big. Probably ditching this altar, though. We didn't get any combos for the altar. Not playing this, so I'm going to take Vault Progress. Not hoping not to run this Vampire. We'll see where our numbers are at. Here's a Prismite we'll consider. Raptor, you say? Raptor or Vault Progress? Are we ever playing the Raptor? 26. This is 25. Right now, kind of like making one cut here. You know, like this is kind of looking like our deck right now. This isn't going to make the cut here, so we'll just take this. Maybe we run Airstrike in best of one. We'll see. Because I failed to pick up that Mythic, silly Ryan, we don't have anything to craft either. We're just going to go right to deck building. 40 gems on the grind. I'm going to make a note of that in our spreadsheet. For those of you who don't know the spreadsheet, here's the spreadsheet. And what are we on? The 16th? 16th. We are free to play. Ranked. Draft. M20. We're going to be black-red. And we paid 5,000 gold and no gems. And we have ground 40. All right. Let's build. So this is 41. What's our current? I can never click on this and just see. There we go. Deck details. That's what we want. 17 and 7. Maybe we want to cut our worst creature. Maybe just cut a. Do you want to run this Airstrike? What do you think about this Airstrike? Yeah, we could just cut a land. We have a lot of thieves, but I think it's a little. Yeah, we can probably get away with a land cut in this one. Because we have so many thieves drawing us cards, and because we can operate pretty well on 2 and 3 mana. I think we'll run the strike. It'll find a target, mostly. And maybe I'd rather cut like a Scorch Spitter than a Bone Splinters, although with 4 Smugglers, Scorch Spitter isn't the worst. I don't want to run the key because it's doing a job we already have filled. We have 4 people doing that. We have 4 goblins doing this job. I just think, like, this is kind of at its best here. It's got Lavakin, Brawler, and Smugglers, and I still don't like it. Yeah, that was funny, James. They owned up to that. Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar. How about a 17th land? Ugh, this is tough. Scorch Spitter. I'm gonna cut it. And might even put back 17th land. Yeah. This is 16 creatures now? Oh my god. How do I click on this to not bring that up? Like where? Just teach me where to click. How about top of the box? Does top of the box work every time? All right, top of the box. Here's our breakdown. 16-7. Those of you wanting the key, I just don't like. I mean, why? What? Why do you want a key when we have 4 goblin smugglers? Click on the graph. Okay, good. There you go. Thank you. I'm going to click on the graph from now on. Nice. We could go down to 16. If we did, what are we bringing in? We can bring that back in. We're not bringing in anything. I'm just going to go with this. I'm going with this, at least as a first approach. Oh, and we're going to call it... who's your favorite smuggler? Han Solo? In good Hans. Yeah. We took too long. I'm just gonna play. Par with Spitter versus par with land? I don't know. Oh, that's good. Han Quatro. I like that. I'm gonna change it to that. Genius. Well, we're going to run the Spitter because we have 4 ways to make it unblockable, and we're kind of aggro, so let's try it. Par. Generally, these decks aren't too great in the format, but I kind of like what we have. But I'm not super excited about this, so I'm going to give it a par 3.5. Let's see if we can get to 4. Yeah, we'll keep this. Swamp off the top. Well, let's see. If we draw a swamp, we'll rather... I'm going to save it. I'm not going to use the Disfigure on the Lurker. Yeah, here we go. Here's why we don't like the Spitter, right? Immediately blanked by our 2-drop. Well, lack of land punishing us a little bit, although I don't think any of these are our 17th land, maybe the Fire Elemental. I'm going to Disfigure the cat and swing in. Yep, deny him the ramp and enable our attack. We'll certainly go back and forth. Oh, not bad. Overgrowth Elemental, not bad. All right, great. We found our land. Guess we smuggle, but we can offer the Blood Burglar first. They're never going to take it. If they do, we're happy. And now we play this. I guess we could have played that in attack, but I wanted a 2-power on back for block, because I will trade off this smuggler for either one of these. Ideally for the elemental, so that the dying... Whoa, Oppo's deck is sweet. Hard to beat a Reef getting value. Oh, they are going for it. Oh yeah, they don't want to... They want to do that. Let's see. Do we... How are we playing this? We've got 2 removal spells. And kind of one has to be for Reef and one has to be for Elemental. I'm going to go ahead and block here. It's going to make the Overgrowth Elemental bigger, but we need to take it out anyway. So we're going to make this trade. No, I think we need to make that trade knowing that we do intend to take out the Overgrowth Elemental, which you might have to do first here, but boy, we want this thing dead, right? I'm gonna wait. If they play an elemental, we'll decide what to do. It means they get to untap, but I like giving us a response to what they do on whether we start with Reef or Elemental. Yeah, so now we kind of have to outrage the Reef, or else they just get too much value here. Sigh. Ooh. Well, we can't Fenlurker and Splinters. We unfortunately just can't two-spell at all this turn. But we're not out of this. I just think, unfortunately, we have to take this turn off to only Bone Splinters. We can't really take more from this Overgrowth Elemental, and we didn't find the land to play the Fire Elemental. So let's get a couple of life. And then I guess we could Fenlurker, take 5 more. And then get rid and Bone Splinters the Fenlurker instead. Is that worth it? We just take another smack from the elemental. It's not the worst. We go down to 8. I'm not sure about this one. Oh yeah, they'd come in with the Spitter. Scott wants to risk taking it. Eduardo wants to play the Brawler. What does the Brawler do for us? We stop the Spitter from attacking? I'm gonna go Fenlurker. Gotta use our life as a bit of a resource here. Might even Fenlurker for the Spitter if they attack with everything. Yeah, Brawler uses all the mana, but what do we even get? We got Mammoth Spider. I'm gonna do this, and then if we, yeah, if we do this, we can trade here, and then Brawl and Spit on a land. Splint, rather. They exile a Spider. Alright. That's a little bit unfortunate, but thankfully we found the mountain or the land we needed to exercise the play intended. This is now our big problem. We got trouble in the sky. But this thing's got to go. And we got to hope we find an answer for the Stormkin in the next handful of draws. Yeah, where's that airstrike, right? Yeah, Oppo is really taking chances with their mana base. Frustrating to lose to mana bases like this. I mean, we don't know what else is in their deck. Maybe they got 2 Evolving Wilds and several duels, and they just didn't show up here. Actually, kind of like the Burglar to gain life next turn. Burglar buys us more time than Elemental, actually. But we're going to have to keep back now in case of removal. Don't want to just die to a single removal spell. It's less the mana base, that, you know, seeing 5 cards in the mana base, but when you see blue cards you want early, green cards you want early, red cards you want early, it feels like you're not really splashing anything. It feels like it's everything even, right? I think you can tell that from just the spells. It's not about what lands they have, it's about the complete lack of a clear, I mean, the fact that it all seems like, oh, I should have played this elemental first. But I'm only going to send the burglar again. Well, we send the burglar, we go back to 4, and then, yeah, I'm going to keep the brawler back anyway. We're just going to gain some life. Yeah, even if they have 5 duels, it's not that their mana base is greedy, it's that they're, okay, well, they win. Good work, Oppo. I guess. Good luck with that. Good luck with that curve out. It's not the mana base, it's the spell choices. The Oppo has spell choices where they clearly want to play all 3 colors on turn 2. That's where it's pretty darn greedy. So we lost some greed there, starting 0-1. Man, it's been a rough day so far. Really not too happy with this. I mean, I've ended up with some decks that had situations like that. Sometimes draft goes a little bit sideways and you end up having to cross your fingers on mana to support powerful cards, and in that case it worked for Oppo, much to our disappointment. No black yet, but I'm not going to throw this. We have Smuggler on 3 and Brawler on 4 and an Airstrike in case of artifacts or flyers. That seems alright. Of course, we draw the worst draw in our deck, another mountain. I mean, maybe it's not the worst, like, at least it ensures the Brawler, but obviously more red, not what we're looking for here.
With patience, even a light breeze can erode a mountain. Quell your temper.
Well, at least we get a smuggle.
Your actions are not welcome here.
Yeah, move on curve with no pressure. Great!
Learn some respect.
Well, if they can't hit our Brawler, we at least can get the Brawler through for some next turn, but they're going to have a 4/4 flyer. Wow. I'm saying wow at the chat, saying that there's protection in Eldraine. I quit Magic, folks. Forget it. What are they doing? Let's bring back this mechanic that requires an acronym to explain.
to victory.
Just at least if we can just brawl this Mu Yanling, all is not lost. But let's face it, this ain't great. Although we can airstrike the Warden. GMJ, you don't know. Sometimes they try stuff for one set. It could have been a, hey, we're going to bring back protection for one core set to be a throwback and then done. That could easily be something they decide. It was a good keep. Our deck is just not cooperating. F you, deck. Well, I'm going to take out the Warden. Even though, maybe we need to try and figure out how to use it to take out the Elemental, but we're just going to be dead in the air. Well, I'll start with the attack anyway. Let's get this in.
This quest was a disappointment.
Hey, don't call me talented. I am lucky. Why are we facing constructed decks? Is this a constructed queue? What's going on here? The acronym to explain protection is, what is it? Now I'm forgetting the acronym. Chat will explain. Debt, thank you. Oh, Magic. Why do we play you? Cannot be destroyed, cannot be enchanted, cannot be blocked, and cannot be targeted. Or damaged, sorry, not even destroyed. Cannot be damaged, cannot be enchanted, cannot be blocked, cannot be targeted. Well, we're racing, and right now we're losing the race, but what are you going to do? We're going to race. I could leave something back to stop 2 from the spider, but the 6 in the air is our real problem. And... Alright. Alright. What a brutal event so far. Well, we have come back from 0-2 to win 7 before. I'm not seeing it with this deck to come back and win 7, but I do want to win more than 0. Can we please get a win? What I would love to hear from R&D specifically is, what is it about protection that you like more than hexproof from? You introduced hexproof from and it was great, and now you've brought protection back, and that's what I don't understand. Hexproof from was great, and then now you've gone back to, like, really seriously the other aspects in debt, besides the T, are so important that you've got to use protection? Anyway, this is at least a good start here. No turn 2 Lurker, but we got the Fang. We'll do this. It feels fancy and fun, but you don't even really... That's not even really what's happening. Like... Well, I'm not going to airstrike here. We'll just drop the smuggler and attack with both. I guess we didn't need to attack with the Fang. Didn't really do anything, but doesn't really matter either. Yeah, they go to the graveyard, Eduardo. Let's go ahead and airstrike the Seer. It's a little bit of a letdown because they already got value out of it, but it allows for clean attack for 2. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not what we want. Just mean to attack with it. So we got our swamp. We can lurker here. Probably should do that before they run out of cards. Not gonna splinters anything here anyway. But I will offer up both of these creatures for the Sprite. That's fine. Oppo declines. We're gonna lurk. They pitch a land. Land here's all right. We get the Vengeful War Chief. Unfortunately, the Vial is active, so we can't really, you know, if we try to pump the Lurker, they just kill it in response. I guess we make them kill this Blood Burglar, and we'll leave everything else back for now. Ah, they're already killing it. Okay. Well, that means we can attack with the Lurker. I would take a turn off to pump here if they want to trade the Lurker off. They're not gonna though, so we'll go ahead and do that and play the War Chief. Robert asks, what is banding? Oh no! Don't ask what banding is! Are we gonna lose this game too? Now we're gonna get a land and hit him 6 times with the Sorcerer. But we're gonna threaten with the Lurker first. We got a double pump now. If they want to give up the Sprite for the double pump, I'll do it. Just make sure I don't get auto tap screwed here. Probably going after the Lurker here. That's okay. Ooh, Spitfire. Interesting. Think we can win this race. See if we get anything that changes. Well, maybe we can't win this race, actually. Soul salvage. Soul salvage, you say? Yeah, let's get that action back, huh? What action do we want back? They have no cards. I guess we want the War Chief for bigness. We could get Smuggler for unblockability. We don't want Fenlurker because they're already done, but I guess the question is, well, let's start here. We're going to go like this. And then the question is Burglar or Smuggler along with the War Chief. But I think we want to go big. And then... if we get Smuggler, what's the Smuggler really doing, though? Whereas Burglar gets us some life gain. I'm going to take the Burglar. I think it's more important here. We could even Bone Splinters here. They're out of cards. We have 6, though. We can Bone Splinters next turn. I'm going to... tempted to just use the Bone Splinters now, but I should be a little bit more patient here. See what they come up with. Yeah, neither of these do much, because Burglar can block the Digger. Murder! Nice. But no need for that yet, even. We're going to see if they want to trade off the Blood Burglar. Great. I'm just going to go War Chief. They're going to start sacking lands to draw cards. Makes sense. But it's kind of fiddly on their part. Costs a lot of mana to do so. So if they're drawing cards to try and get out of this, it's taking up a lot of their turn to do so. That's going to get the Blood Burglar dead. But I don't think we're dead.
Whoosh! Up in flames!
If they keep them both back, we're going to attack in and use Murder to get the blowout here. Doesn't matter because we're killing them both. I guess we do this so they can't sack in response. Yeah, I did my laundry yesterday. Ember Kitty trying to make it tough for us still, but that's not going to do it.
Time to turn up the heat.
Man, is it time to just Splinters? I could Splinters their cat and attack Chandra and just have them at 10 with us having the only thing, but if they could top deck something and then we're just right back where we were. I guess we can go War Chief at Chandra right now and see what they want to do. Let's do that. I like keep the Sorcerer now, just starting on the Sorcerer plan.
Yikes! I'm out of here.
James, you figured out the trick. Just buy one kind of sock. Or yeah, or don't care about what your socks look like. That's another good way to do it. Well, I'm going to blow them out again, and then they're going to scoop. They're going to double block, we're going to disfigure, and then they're going to scoop. Are they going to single block? All right. Well, I'm just taking this out now. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. Let them untap, and then they could draw. And we can still fang it. Not quite lethal to Bone Splinters the Brawler away, so I'm gonna go ahead and Bone Splinters the Sorcerer. Well, let's see. Let's do this. No, we got the win here. Sorry, we do this. Splinters this. And win. Took me a sec, but I saw it. Alright, off the schneid. We did get one win with this silly deck. You think we can get 3 more wins out of here? I'm in. Let's go 4-3, Fenor. I'd be happy with 4-3 from an 0-2 start. All right. This looks like our plan. It could. Magic is magic, Fenor. We may be in the abstract facing decks that we have a better than 50% chance to win against, but certainly 100%. Thieves and smugglers working together. What's your info from Rocketto? The only thing I ever heard was that ranked is paired on ranking first and record and matchmaking. Sorry, the matchmaking for best of one is a combination of rank and record. Yeah, you said something very different. You said best of one doesn't take losses into account when matchmaking. That's very different from saying that it looks at rank. It's not 100% that. Well, if they're just giving us this, I guess we attack and play another thief. No, it's still there. I think those of you saying it's not, like, it's well, maybe not MMR, but it's definitely they definitely take into account your rank in matchmaking best of one, but they also take into account your record. The idea is they look for people, they start with your record and then look for people in your rank at that record, is my understanding. Robert, are you hearkening back to bagging on Oppo for a seemingly Devil's Mana base in that other one? I mean, as I said, I think the controversy on that opponent's deck was not the mana base we saw, but the spells we saw. You're just better off if you can have a main color in your elementals deck, I think. We have a ton of removal. Where is it? Come on. Well, I'm going to send in both thieves. Happily trading off for any of this stuff. Because at most they trade the spitter off. And I didn't even use Fury because I was fine with that. We're going to go Embercat, Thief. And next turn we get 2 Smugglers if we want, or Smuggler Fury. Ugh. That's terrible. I don't think we can beat that. I think we're done. Why are we... Was it 3? No, 3 of our 4? Like, how many matches have we played? This is our 4th match, and 3 of our 4 have dropped Risen Reefs on us that we can't kill? Not a good way to try and get Magic games won. But we'll send in this Thief unblocked. And see what we can do. But, come on. I mean, we're drawing a lot of cards as well, but this Risen Reef is nuts right now. You're right. I should have given the Fury. Maybe I didn't think through that play right. I really did not expect them to block with the Creeping Trailblazer, so I think you're right. I think I should have used Uncaged Fury to take out the Blazer because then the other one survives. So you're right. It was a bad play. If Dionysus was here, I would authorize the punt. Or, you know, it's a little late now, but whatever. Is it still say that? I don't know why I have to look. I'm going to make a note of seeing why MTG bot doesn't see me. Why doesn't MTG bot think I'm online? This is insane. Come on. How is this in the 2-loss bracket? Come on! I'm facing constructed decks today. Ah, this is brutal. I'm getting a little tilted now. Getting a little salty.
I'm totally the best pyromancy student.
I mean, these are freaking constructed decks.
Hey, these little guys are great.
Here, I'm gonna let my face decide how I feel. Well, I have like all day to shake it off because I'm not going to draft again. This is such nonsense. It's beyond nonsense. How do you have acute apathy? This is one of the better elemental decks I've seen. Can we just take this? Let's see. I think we're just dead. That's kind of what I've been thinking, but maybe we're not. Maybe we... No blocks here. Sure. Why not, Oppo? Why the... Oh, my daughter's home. Probably just woke her up. Hi, Clara. I'm not muted now, am I? Shouldn't be. My mic doesn't show I'm muted. So don't mess with me. Are we just dead? I'm just kind of laughing now. What prayer do we have? We need... We're just so dead. I guess we smuggle the thief and then uncage Furiate to take out Chandra.
Well, that's rude. Just walk it off, Chandra.
I think we're still just dead. Yeah, we're still just dead. What? This deck is not real. This deck isn't possible. How? I think someone's right. Like this acute apathy drafted this deck 2 months ago and is just playing it now. That's like the only possible explanation. GG Oppo, nice deck. But I can't understand why we're facing this in a 2-loss situation. That is unreal. Wow, salty way to start the week. Our deck was much better than 1-3, but we just got wrecked. We wrecked once and got wrecked 3 times, not close. And I'm cranky now. That makes me cranky. Because I care about winning. Oh boy, an extra 20 gems on the grind. F that noise. Wow. Brutal. Just brutal.